Welcome to The Explainer. Before we jump in, do me a quick favor and hit that like and subscribe button. It's a huge help. All right, today we're tackling something that's probably happening in your office right now, even if you don't know it. We're talking about the hidden dangers of shadow AI.
So think about this for a second. We're going to dig into a huge challenge that's popping up in workplaces everywhere. And the crazy part? It's hiding in plain sight, and it's being powered by the exact tools that are supposed to be making us more productive. Kind of ironic, right?
So, what are we actually talking about here? Well, it's this thing called shadow AI. Now, maybe you haven't heard that exact term before, but I can almost guarantee it's happening in your company, like right now as you're watching this. Okay, so what is shadow AI really? Put simply, it's when your team members are using all these awesome public AI tools, like ChatGPT, Claude, Midjourney, to get their work done faster and better. The catch? They're doing it without any official thumbs up from IT or security. It's kind of like innovation happening in the wild, just under the radar.
And look, on the surface, an employee just trying to be more productive sounds great, right? Totally harmless. But here's the thing. This practice, it actually cracks open the door to four major, and I mean major risks that can cost a company a ton.
Okay, risk number one, and it's a big one: data exposure. Picture this: someone on your team copies a chunk of a confidential client contract, or maybe some internal financial data, or even a trade secret, and they paste it right into a public AI to get it summarized. Poof! Just like that, without the right data protection, that super sensitive info is now completely out of your company's hands. All right, number two is all about security vulnerabilities. You see, these AI tools haven't been checked out by your IT team, so they can basically become a wide open backdoor for malware or other cyber attacks. So one person's innocent little shortcut, it could literally compromise your entire company network. No joke. Next up, number three, compliance breaches. This one's a nightmare for the legal department. When you use these tools without any oversight, you could be accidentally violating some serious data protection laws, like GDPR over in Europe or HIPAA if you're in healthcare. And let me tell you, those violations come with some heavy fines and a whole lot of legal trouble. And last but not least, the fourth risk is simply getting bad information. Look, we all know AI can hallucinate, right? It can spit out stuff that's biased or just flat out wrong. Now, imagine your company uses that bad info to make a critical decision. Yikes. That can do some serious damage to your business and your reputation. So here's the thing you really gotta get. This isn't some far-off, hypothetical problem we're talking about. Nope. This is happening every single day in offices all over the world. Don't believe me? Let's check out some of the numbers. Okay, get ready for this. A recent study found that a whopping 86%, that's almost 9 out of every 10 employees, are already using AI in their job every single week. And it gets even crazier. Out of that group, more than half, 58%, straight up admit that they'd rather use the unapproved public AI apps instead of the ones the company actually provides. They are choosing to go into the shadows. And this next one, this really gets to the why. A full 65% of workers think it's totally acceptable to use these unvetted tools if it means they can meet their deadlines. The pressure to get the job done is literally forcing this innovation underground. And look at what kind of data is actually being shared. This is where the danger becomes so real. We're not talking about asking an AI for a good lunch spot. No, people are admitting to plugging in sensitive stuff. 37% have shared employee data. 24% have shared sales or financial data. This is exactly that data exposure risk we just talked about, and it's happening at a huge scale. So, what do you do about all this? You might be tempted to just ban everything, right? But honestly, that usually just makes people better at hiding what they're doing. The real challenge is, how do you manage the risk without killing the productivity boost that your employees are trying so hard to get? The answer really comes down to a big shift in your mindset. You gotta stop playing this game of cat and mouse. The goal has to change from catching people to actually creating a partnership between your employees and your IT team. It's all about working together, not punishing people. So how do you actually do that? Well, there's a pretty solid 4-step approach you can take. First, you've got to foster transparency. Make it safe for people to talk about the tools they're using. Then you build out a really clear framework so everyone knows the rules of the road. After that, you've got to do a shadow AI audit. Basically, take a look at your network to see what's really going on. And finally, you put some technical guardrails in place, things like data filters and access controls, to protect your most important info. When it comes down to it, all this shadow AI stuff really presents a choice for every single business leader out there. It's all about how you frame the problem. On one hand, you can see it as a threat. And that path leads to banning tools, punishing people, and creating this culture of fear where nobody wants to innovate. Or you can see it as an opportunity. This other path is all about guiding people, working together on security, being transparent, and in the end, empowering your teams to be creative and productive, but safely. And honestly, if you get ahead of this, if you choose that opportunity path, you're doing way more than just protecting your data. You can actually turn this whole thing into a real competitive advantage. You're giving your teams clear, safe guidelines to use these powerful tools, and that's what drives real, meaningful growth. So, to wrap things up, I want to leave you with a question to take back to your team. What's hiding in your company's shadows? And more importantly, are you ready to bring it all into the light? Thanks for tuning in.